to slice this hole. These trees here are your center. About right here is 6 to the right wind. About here is 6 to the left wind. And I was off. I've never seen anybody else slice this hole. But when you do get it, you get way up there. Right. Correct that a little bit. Yeah, not really sure why I went up so far to the right, but that, usually when you hit it from right there, it'll hit the top of the wall and then the sidewalk. And it generally will land somewhere around in here, or on top of this bush, which you can actually hit from for some reason. But only sometimes. You really want to account for the odd angle of the screen when you're landing on it. It's so steep, you don't want to putt from very far away. You don't want to putt from very far away on that green. It's a rough one. So to slice this hole, aim over here. Not honestly sure where, because it's not the best way to do it. You end up back here in the rough every time. Never seen it work out great. So without zooming in, you got this little tiny trunk of a tree between these two trees. Right here, this is your center 0. Got the outside of this tree for your about 4 wind to the right. I should bring it back to it. About 6 is here, and it multiplies pretty fast going to the right. One to the left, it usually won't get past here for 6 to 8 wind. So generally you start with right on this tree when you've got basically no wind. I don't know why I went for the yellow spot instead. That tree. If you actually zoom in, you're actually aiming for the center of the water, but it kind of sucks itself over. Do this spin right before it hits the rock. I didn't go to the side spin. And this part here, it'll always lie to you. It never goes as far as it says. You always need forward spin. You can also slice it from over here if you're not quite going to make it, like I'm not. I'm going to end up in the sand. So you take that spot that you want to land, you can go over about 30 degrees, and then you can slice it. That'll keep me from landing in the sand. When you're using the club that's actually the right one, like this one, it's got the best distance. Punch is going to go past it a lot, but if you use too high of a club, I guess too low of a club, then you don't go past, or you don't count on it going past it as much, so then you end up aiming closer to the hole. See, it didn't even get to where I was aiming at, and I was only a couple % off of where I was going for. Easiest hole to eagle and a triple bogey. That's the water shot for you. So for this one, if you're gonna slice it The main way of doing it is over here. This little B at the top of that tree right there is going to be your 0. You're going to want to slice it. It's going to try to hit this rock right here, or that grass covered one, somewhere between there, and then it'll bounce on up and land in the wood chips next to the tree up there, and you can hit from that. It won't count as a failure. Some people slice it this way and then you don't have anything to bounce off of, and it never makes it a spar, so it's not really a point. There is a trick shot bouncing it off the fucking bench here, but you gotta hit the fucking chair arm to do it right. I've only got it right like once, but you hit the chair arm of the bench and it'll land on the green usually. Yeah, I did do it right. I think I hit it the wrong direction. That's one of the coolest trick shots in the game, off the bench arm. You honestly always want to have spin on your shot, then you can always adjust it. It's faster to change spin than it is to try to add it, so it's easier to add it before you know you need it. Like so. Oh, my last hit. When you're putting, when it says 0, you're aiming for the center of the yellow. If it says +2 inches in height, then you're aiming for the bottom of the yellow. If it says -2 inches, you're aiming for the top of the yellow. And the flat holes like this one and hole 3, you basically can pass it because they're so flat.